Welcome news. China is alarmed by the cute, but its threats are driving the group closer together. Hong Kong, WB, and when the United States, Japan, Australia, and India first reservation, there is informal dialogues from indicate and long habitats in late 2017. China was confident it would soon fail. It seems there was no, it's never a shortage, has been a headline shortage, garbaging ideas. Chinese Foreign Ministry Wang said, descriptive of the grouping in the early 2018 months after it convened its first working level meeting in Manila, and there was a like the sea form in the Pacific or Indian Ocean. There have been some attention, but soon will dispute it. Wang commented, and it have been more than 4 years on the court line and security dialogues better than as the card. It is first far from disputing instead it has only grown in moment, profile, and clout convented around the mantra of promoting a free, open, and Indo-Pacific. The four countries have held two navals and exercise since 2020. Their leaders have assembled 3 times and since last year, and including an in-person summit at the White House on Tuesday. The four leaders will meeting face again and again in Tokyo. There was face-to-face and summit will be highlight of Joe Biden and first trip to Asia as the US President as the seeks of strangeness alliances and Pacific partnerships to country and China growing influences in the region. The reward activity have been China entire and Korean have been no attempt to encircle the country with strategic and military alliances. Wang, the forgiven minister, have been declared the grouping as in Indonesia, Pacific Ocean, and NATO have been assuming it have been trumping the Cold War ministry and stalking geopolitical river the corner and have been not growing. And since Ukraine crisis, Beijing and backing of Moscow have further damaged its global images, leaving it more insoluble on the work and world stage. And meeting is not helped by China insulators and insistence on a zero COVID-19 and political intrinsic border dispersion are cutting the country off from a world that largely moved on the from pandemic and the not white Biden house and travels the Biden and the front ex Jinping and left China in 25 months. Biden latest fire of diplomacy with the stout and stop in North Korea and Japan have been particularly killed Beijing the Indo-Pacific strangely and Pacific Ocean, but the United States in the name of freedom and openness it actually keep a climate and not working as the fortune how will be not crisis and pattern our image and follow the loyalty institute in Sydney and said the card have been already expected many analytics expressions. The card is a vehicle for its members to present a different visions of how the region should work and a signal to Beijing that works think it own way all the time, she said. As for the future, how it develops within part of largest part depend on China behavior if behaves and China to understand, undermine and under control religion and non-binary corner other countries. The card with response WBM Jason contributed to this story and Sagna patron previous US attempt to boost the Trans-Pacific and not enticed to anyone attempting to insulable China with working farmhouses and in the Beijing of these efforts would be likely she not described challenges on Sunday. Wang He Chinese and minister that he while always happily for proposals and attempt to create divisions and conflict during this trip to Tokyo. Biden is expected to unlivable in Indo-Pacific economics and frame how a long south have been and supply Foxy and Jazzy and Fox and join contribute to this story.